Brad, age 45.
Maddie Weber, 16.
Melissa, 45.
Evan, 20.
Noah, 17.
Ryan, 16. Most people look at the stock market and see a high stakes gamble. They see flashing red and green numbers on the news and they think they need to be a math genius or a Wall Street shark in a fancy suit to make any money. But if you look at the data, the smartest people, the ones trying to outguess the system, usually lose the most. The truth is, effective investing is actually a very disciplined, almost boring, repetitive process. It is not about winning a game, it is about building a system. Today, I want to show you that financial success isn't about luck. It's about a structured approach. We are going to walk through the 3 pillars of a professional investment plan: establishing an asset allocation, implementing a diversification strategy, and the power of consistent habits. The very first step in building your portfolio is asset allocation. This is essentially your personal financial formula. It is a decision of how you divide your total money between different categories, mainly stocks, bonds, and cash. According to Vanguard, this is the most important decision you will ever make as an investor. Your mix is determined by 2 things: your time horizon and your risk tolerance. Think about it this way. If you are 20 years old, your time horizon is huge. You have 40 or 50 years before you need that money. Because of that, you can afford to be aggressive and put most of your money into stocks, which grow faster but are bumpier. However, if you are 64 and retiring next year, your time horizon is short. You can't afford a market crash, so you shift your allocation towards bonds, which act as a stabilizer. Asset allocation is about making sure your portfolio matches your stage of life. If you get this ratio wrong, you might lose money right when you need it most, or you might not grow enough to retire at all. Once you have your formula set, the second step is diversification. You've probably heard the phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But in finance, we take that very seriously. Diversification is the strategy of spreading your money across hundreds of different companies and industries. Imagine you put all your savings into one single company. Let's say a tech giant like Apple. If the tech industry has a terrible year, or it has one company makes a huge mistake, your entire future is at risk. To solve this, beginners use index funds or ETFs. As Bankrate explains, an index fund is like a giant bucket that holds a tiny piece of the entire stock market. When you buy one share of an index fund, you are betting on the entire economy, not just one CEO. This creates a safety net. Even if one sector, like energy, is struggling, other sectors like healthcare or technology might be booming. You aren't looking for the one winner, you are owning the entire stadium, so that no matter who wins the game, you're on the winning side. The third and most important pillar is consistency. The biggest mistake people make is trying to time the market, waiting for the perfect day to buy when prices are low. The problem is, even the professionals can't do that consistently. Instead, successful investors use a habit called dollar cost averaging. This means you invest a fixed amount of money, maybe $50 or $100, on a regular schedule, like every payday, regardless of what the news is saying. As Investopedia points out, this removes all the emotion When the market is down and the headlines are scary, your $100 actually buys more shares because they are on sale. When the market is up, your current shares are worth more. Over 20 to 30 more years, this leads to the magic of compound interest. Ramsey Solutions describes this like a snowball rolling down a hill at the top. It's small, but as it rolls, your money starts making its own money. Then that money starts making more money. If you stay consistent and just keep swimming, that small monthly habit turns into a mountain of wealth. Time is the most powerful tool you have, but it only works if you stay consistent. In conclusion, you don't need a suit, a tie, or high IQ to be a successful investor. You just need to follow these 3 steps. Set a clear allocation mix based on your age. Diversify your holdings so you aren't reliant on one company, and stay consistent through the ups and downs of the market. Investing is intimidating on day one, but it's much easier once you realize it's just about being patient and following a plan. If you set these 3 pillars on autopilot, you can go back to living your life today, knowing that your bank account is building your future for you.
Brad Wynn, 45.
Matt Rover 16. Melissa 45.
Evan, 20. Noah, 17.
Ryan, 16.